Loading.
It'll say.
It's ready.
Okay, that's good.
Holden's not here because he forgot to show up. So
yeah, I'm
gonna drink some whiskey today.
This is gonna be actually only the Lauren show today. No Holden present for this one.
Did you guys hear that?
They're probably excited. They're probably
talking that I don't see a person though. Oh my goodness, he just came out of nowhere.
I was birthed by the air. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Bourbon Bar. I'm Holden. This is Lauren. And tonight we are drinking some very expensive whiskey. I'm just kidding, not very expensive. I mean, it's more expensive. More expensive. Do you want to open it? Or do you want me to open it? More expensive than your average whiskey. And Lauren will be drinking some wine. Oliver wine, to be exact. And that is the wine of our child.
We didn't decide that.
Huh?
Stop telling people that. They're gonna think we're having a child.
That's true.
I
thought we already talked about our child names.
Yeah, but I never really liked the name Oliver. You liked the name Oliver, and I only said I would name my kid Oliver because I love you. But you won't name your kid Dominic for me. So even though I'm the one that has to do all the work.
Dominic?
What an asshole. Yes. I like that name.
I mean, Dominic Toretto.
Yeah, where do you think I heard it for the first time?
I know, but the only thing about Dominic is I know some effed up Dominics.
I don't know any Dominics.
What are you doing? That's not how. No, you can't do it like that.
This is how I do it.
No, you have. Like that.
I know. I have to stick it in.
Oh, you have to stick it in.
I'm gonna kick you out of here.
All right. Anyway, Venus is fighting already. Yes. Well, to be fair,
it's my half birthday tomorrow, and still Holden's had the whole month to get me a present, and he didn't get me one yet.
To be fair, I never got a half birthday present from you.
Your half birthday present was fucking Valentine's Day.
So you didn't give me anything that said happy half birthday.
I wasn't asking you to get me anything that said happy half birthday.
Also, to be fair, I was gonna get you something until I realized that I had doctor's appointment.
You had a doctor's appointment?
Yes.
Young, you're just lying down.
I went to a hair doctor. They doctored up my hair.
Stick this cork up your ass.
Oh. Oh, exciting times. All right. But anyway, yeah, so we're here. We're mobbing, and we got some new whiskey to drink, as you guys can see. I did in fact go to the store and pick up the Four Roses OESQ that you all told me to grab. And I did open it this weekend, last weekend, this past weekend. I opened up, I just had a tiny little nip, honestly not even enough to really get a good taste. I didn't really sit down with it much, just a kind of a simple little tasting I had, yes. But anyway, let's say hi to the peeps. Joe Dickinson, it's Dickens, is here. It says Lauren really needs to start planning these streams. Yeah.
That's what they're saying, is that you suck.
Oh.
Are you ready? This is going to go inside of you later.
Peter White's here. Peter says cheers. Dan Bino's in the chat says cheers. Bino in the house. Sugar Kitty's also here. Says welcome to the Lauren Show. Yep, it is.
It's sour.
In fact, the Lauren Show. What's sour? The wine?
My wine.
That's the old taste. So this is a
if I
cherry
got,
Moscato.
If I got a shirt and I just said the Lauren Show, would that count as merch?
Yeah, we would sell the Lauren Show shirts.
For me.
Well, yeah.
Well, why don't you make me a shirt then? I made you that shirt.
This is yummy.
It is yummy.
The wine bar. Just kidding. We'll make Lauren Show shirts.
No. So I have a shirt to wear. You always have a shirt to wear, and I have to wear regular clothes.
That's fair. I can fix that. I can remedy that situation.
We've been live streaming for like 2 years, and you have yet to remedy that situation.
Does she know how to use that corkscrew? She does. I was questioning at first too. Fighting already. Awesome. Hey, that's what you guys are here to see though. Chateau Bow Wow already. Yeah, I mean, I basically live in the doghouse. I don't even get sent there. I mean, the doghouse is actually we keep the doghouse inside because I'm in it so much, it's inconvenient for me to keep walking in and out. Also, these glasses literally hurt a lot.
Well, I told you to buy new ones, and someone didn't listen to me.
I need to like bend them. But anyway, that's besides the point. Derek's in the chat says, cheers everyone. Cheers, Derek.
There's a
Joe.
floater in here. What did you do?
What kind of floater?
It's floating. Would you spit in my drink? What's wrong with you? Oh, great. Now you put your finger in there. That's exactly what I want. What the heck? It's still in there.
I know, I can't get it.
What did you put in my cup?
You didn't get it. Oh, you missed it. You have to let it float back up to the top. Anyway, I'm sorry guys, there's a floater in Lauren's cup. Get her a damn electric corkscrew. That's so funny because right before we started the live stream, we were looking for the corkscrew.
No, we were not looking for the corkscrew.
Holden was
looking for the corkscrew. Looked in one drawer, said, I can't find it. I get up on my seat just for him to find it the second I fucking stand up. That's why we're yelling.
To be fair, I looked in all the drawers.
I looked in all the drawers.
It just wasn't in a drawer.
It's right in front of your face.
To be fair. Bino says, do I have to come over and ref?
I think Bino just wants to come over.
Wants to come and drink some of the good whiskey. Joe says a bigger wine glass while you're at it. True. She really should have poured it in this one. I'm going to hold a
I got the floater.
decent bottle.
Oh, no, I didn't. I just... What is in my cup?
I don't know.
What did you put in there?
I didn't do anything. It's roofies.
I can't drink this now. There's
Pour
been
it
like
in a
50
new cup.
fingers in this cup.
There's only been 2 fingers.
Drink
We're
the
only 2
floater out
people.
of there
Where is
for
it?
me. It's right here. Just drink it out of there for me so I don't have to drink it. No, drink it.
Hold on.
If you drink it, it'll go away.
I got it. Got it. That's how you perform liquid surgery. See, I got practice doing that. I don't know where I was going with this because I don't know what I was going to say actually there. But
You can't even
anyway.
get an eggshell when you drop an eggshell.
Huh? I drop an eggshell?
You can't even get the eggshell when you drop it.
Hey, getting the eggshell is hard.
You just use the shell.
Okay. Hey, oh, wait, I totally missed liquor camp. My bad, homie. That's a nice selection on the table today. Yes, indeed it is.
Is Liquor Camp new?
No.
I've never heard that.
Liquor Camp has been here before.
Oh.
But cheers, Liquor Camp. Thanks for being here. And yes, I am excited, especially for this guy, which, you know, if you guys aren't aware, this guy was bottle of the year for me last year. So high expectations for numero dos on the Woodford Batch Proof for what I have. And then actually this one, you guys talked me into buying the Four Roses 11-year, 2-month-old OESQ recipe. That's 75% corn, 20 rye, 5 barley. That's the new one. And then I have the old one, the OESV that I got last year. Same store, 5 months older. So, that being said, let's go ahead and actually hold on. Hey, Aziz here says, how are you now, people? No, not so bad.
Holden's having a bad day.
I'm not, what?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, that's good. Joe Dickinson says, nice pickups. I was only able to get 2 stags. Joe. Only able to get 2. You know what, Joe? I'll be looking for your backup bottle in the mail. In the mail call when you send it to me, I'll be looking for that second stag. So thank you for grabbing one for me. Hey, Sugar says, is that the historic barrel entry Woodford? No, it is the Woodford Batch Proof 124.7. Not the historic barrel entry. This is the newest batch proof.
What's the historic barrel?
Historic barrel entry.
Is it the $2,000 one?
No, that's Baccarat.
Oh.
It's the same bottle as this, but they put out 2 different ones. They put the Master's Collection Batch Proof, that's these ones, and they just have a normal Master Collection where it's like an experimental thing. Where they do like extra age or higher barrel proof entry or blah 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 stuff like that. And I did hear good things about that one, but I have not seen that in person, so I do not have it. Anyways, he says, do you have the Woodford wheat Holden? Yay or nay on a buy? I don't have the Woodford wheat. I don't think I've tasted the Woodford wheat either.
I don't even know what that means.
It's the Woodford with a pink or the red label on it.
That doesn't help me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have Woodford wheat, but I've heard good things about it. I think that the Bourbon Room might have it, so maybe I'll try it out there soon. But speaking of, I think I want to start off this stream with a little bit of normal Woodford Reserve, seeing as and warm up my palate for these two monstrosities over here. All I gotta do is find it, which here's the double boat. Do you want anything to warm up your palate, Bubba?
I have wine.
Oh, I know, but you're not gonna drink this yummy bottle that you love so much. How's it smell?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah. So this, if you guys aren't aware, is one of Lauren's.
Are you ever gonna clean this?
favorite
Because
bottle.
this is kind of gross.
Yeah, I'll clean it. Okay.
Ugh.
Ew, why'd you do that? That gave me the ick.
I know.
Anyway, Liquor Cam says, agreed, Joe, sharing is caring. Yeah, indeed. Sharing is, in fact, caring. Hey, he says, holding one to the border and pointed to the poster and got the number 3 summer cut like I did. Oh. Honestly, this is a fade.
I don't understand. Why didn't you get your other haircut?
What other haircut?
You have been doing the every other haircut, but your next haircut, you're not going to be able to do whatever you want because it's going to be you're going to be in someone's wedding.
What do you mean every other haircut?
You were doing every other haircut where you got the longer one with the really short sides, but...
Oh, like the Peaky Blinder style versus this style?
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of forgot about that. And it's summer, so it's like I wanted it to be...
I thought you liked it in the summer because it was shorter on the sides and then you would get so...
This is a 1 on the sides. This is as short as it goes down here.
Oh,
This stuff is all
you
1.
would just be bald.
I could go bald. Would you like it if I was bald? Lauren has a weird affinity toward bald people. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a thing. But
But Holden's not bald, so...
I'm not bald. I am in
baldness
fact...
doesn't run in this family, so...
Terry. Nope, although if I ever did get like a super bad receding hairline, depending on how I looked, I would probably consider just shaving it all off.
Yeah, but do either of your grandfathers have receding hairlines?
Not that I know of.
Then you're not going to get a receding hairline.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm not going to complain about that. Sure, he says I picked up a BEP for one. I picked up the BEP for another tuber, so I was wondering if it was the same bottle. Oh, barrel entry proof. Man, you got me all messed up because the Maker's Mark BEP was a Maker's Mark BEP. And so when I saw BEP, I'm like, I thought those were sold out a long time ago, but I would have loved to have one. But yeah, no, it's not the barrel, historic barrel entry proof. It's just the batch proof. Stacy, 4-Leaf Whiskey says, cheers everyone, she's in the chat. Cheers, Stacy, thanks for being here. The John Dillinger haircut. Is this what John Dillinger got?
I thought his was longer.
I don't know. What is Johnny Depp look like on the cover of the movie?
Sexy.
So mine.
You're not on a movie cover, though.
Wow. Woodford Reserve is just a solid bottle.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think any of us knew that.
Good brown sugar in it. Honestly, like, yeah, I'm down with Woodford. It's been a while actually since I just had a normal pour of the normal Woodford Reserve, but needless to say, I forgot how good it was. Hey, and he says my hair grows quick. I get number 1 guard on the sides and the back. Yes, me too. Number 1, sides and back. Fade to the top, scissor cut. This.
So does that mean you and Hangnese have the same haircut?
We do. Except I cut mine every 2 months because I'm cheap like that. So it gets pretty scraggly. If you guys compare me like last week to now, like this is fresh cut today.
Doesn't it look weird?
Do I look weird?
Well, your head just looks so skinny now.
I got a skinny little head. What can I say? Stacy says we got a private barrel bottle at Four Roses last weekend. Is really good. Which recipe did you get, Stace? Also, how was the Four Roses distillery?
She went to Four Roses. Where's that?
Well, she said she got a private pick at Four Roses, so I'm assuming she went to Four Roses, which I believe is in Kentucky. Right?
Yep, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Yeah, sure it is in Kentucky. Yeah, what recipe did you get?
1, 2, 3, 4.
So this one is the OESQ and this one's the OESV. But if you guys aren't aware, which I know all of you definitely probably are, there are 10 different recipes for Four Roses. So I got a long ways to go before I have them all.
He's not getting them all.
You realize when I have them all, that'll be $1,000 worth of whiskey.
That's exactly why you're not getting them all. You either get whiskey or you get to build the stupid crap in this house that you want to build. Otherwise, I get to do what I want and you get to do whiskey.
What about the $130 that you spent on 3 pairs of clothing yesterday?
Yeah, that was my $130. You spent $100 just on this stupid bottle. And then you spent $100-some on this bottle the fucking same week. You want to talk about my $130?
Anyways, he says I keep a bit more cover on the top, leave something to comb for the ladies.
Holden's not for the ladies, let's be honest.
I just like to roll out of bed and go to work in the morning. I hate having to do my hair. That's really what it comes down to, laziness. Although, like, if I could pick and choose, like, I would prefer to have, like, if I was going to go out and dress fancy, I'd prefer to have long hair. Because you can do so much with long hair. But I absolutely hate
with long hair.
having long hair.
I should just be a lesbian.
Well, not long, but like what I just had yesterday. But like long enough where you can actually style it. Like still obviously trim this a little bit, but keep like that nice like thick long hair where you can style it and stuff. Like that's ideal. Like I can't do anything with this, really. So
when did you plan your next haircut for?
A week before Trevor's wedding. The 22nd. So it should be
10 exactly.
A little bit chrono, yeah.
Wedding.
Yep. Like dressing my hair up. Yes.
But you don't have any hair.
Make him build a damn shelf before he's allowed to buy him. I know, actually, I was literally before I started this live stream, I didn't tell Lauren because I thought it in my head and then I forgot to say it out loud. But I was thinking about how I'm gonna buy a shelf, like probably today.
I told him to start building this freaking bar in the basement like 3 weeks ago, and then he cleaned the basement and did nothing. So that's not my fault that you don't have a shelf.
Okay, but the issue with building the bar in the basement is the first thing that needs to go down is a subfloor, and I can't just make half of the subfloor. I mean, I can make half the subfloor, but then I can't, there's stuff in the way.
I don't understand.
I don't understand. Four Roses announced a set of 10 small sample sizes, but will only be available at the distillery. Well, it looks like we're going to Four Roses Distillery.
I'm not driving to fucking Kentucky.
Liquor Camp says that would be fun, the Four Roses sample box. I agree. That would be actually awesome. Comparing and contrasting all the differences in flavors. I mean, obviously they have these little tags that tell you kind of what the bottles are supposed to have. But, it'd be still nice to taste them all separately. Anyways, he says, I get out of the shower, I put on some Dapper Dam pomade and comb hair, very easy. I have this saying, I don't like having things on my skin or in my hair.
He's like, has serious issues.
I hate putting lotion on, and I hate having sunscreen on and bug spray on. I hate having gel in my hair. If I was a woman, I wouldn't wear makeup because I would hate to wear makeup. It would probably suck. Like, I don't know. I just like to feel clean and like nice, It's like I don't want to have it in my hair. But you definitely look better with product in your hair. It's just that I don't like having product in my hair. So that's that. It would be awesome to get one of each recipe and for a reasonable price, but imagine the demand for those. I know. Honestly, I could have gotten my third one too, because they did have a bottle at Festival Foods of I think it was OESK. I think it was an OESK. But, wasn't ready to spend the money on that. Plus, that one was only 8 years and 7 months. So I don't want Applejack pomade. I am Dapper Dan, man.
Isn't Dapper Dan from SpongeBob?
I am a Dapper Dan, man. Huh? I don't think so. Maybe it could be.
No, it's Farmer Dan.
Farmer Dan?
I'm Farmer Dan.
They're like $10 more plus shipping. How much does it actually come up to, though, for a sample of all those? I'd be curious to know. Smell this. Does this not smell fantastic?
I have the yawns.
The yawns?
Yeah, it smells like ladybugs.
You want a little warm up here?
No. I don't like when you force things on me.
All right, sing it. Why would you do that?
Because.
Ever see Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I have not seen that.
Is that a Christmas movie?
I'm not entirely sure what that is, actually. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? You'll probably have to explain it, and I'll probably say, oh, I still never heard of that. But, all right, let's go ahead and let's pour some of this great whiskey here before we get any further. That way we can have them sit in the glass. I'll do the Four Roses second, so I'll just put them off to the side over here. And we'll start with the Woodford, obviously, because I warmed up with the Woodford. So we are going to put the last year's batch, 2022. We're putting 118.4 in the Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans blend. I'm going to put it on my right. Actually, we're going to put it on my left. And then this year's batch, 2023 Woodford Batch Proof, 124.7 proof. We are putting that one in a Grand Traverse blend. And we're putting that one on the right-hand side. That's the bottom one. Or next one. Okay, so here we have the two new batch proofs from Woodford Reserve.
It's one new batch proof.
Sorry.
Batch.
One new batch proof, one old batch proof. The old one, the 118.4, that won Whiskey of the Year. That beat out.
There's a floater in it.
Yeah, a lot of whiskey has floaters.
It's a big floater.
That's okay.
What if you choke on it?
This beat out Parker's Heritage, Angel's Envy Cast Strength, the Wild Turkey Master's Keep, a whole bunch of different Bookers and Russells, and honestly beat every allocated. Beat out Old Fitz 19. It beat out every allocated bottle that I have in last year's end of the year blind. So clearly, very good. And then this one, obviously, is a new one from this year. It's 124.7 proof. They don't have age statements on these. The unfortunate truth of it, though, is that they actually made the bottle slightly smaller. This one is 750 milliliters, and this one is 700 milliliters.
But that one looks bigger.
No, that one looks smaller. Just slightly, like around the...
But, like, it looks tall.
Hold on to it. Yeah, but hold on to it next to each other. Like, that one's definitely smaller. Yeah. It's kind of like a good set of boobies. One's always smaller than the other.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that's healthy. I'm saying these have the potential to be very good. Okay, Makers does good with those sample packs. Other companies need to get on board. I agree. Makers always seems to have good samples. 700 milliliters. What kind of Canadian shenanigans are they pulling? I don't know. I don't know why they did that. And it's the same price too. Actually, I paid more for this one just because I knew how good that one was and I wanted this one. And shout out to my friend Casey who picked it up for me. You guys know Casey. But
where is Casey?
He was at a golf outing today. I don't know if he's still there, but he was
well, he's
earlier.
Probably drunk.
Probably, definitely drunk. But before we get on the new one, I'm going to go ahead and do a review. I know, that's what I said, lucky bastard. He texted me at noon. He's on the golf course with Brock. They're at some golf outing at
so
Royal
they took
Scott.
off of work to go golf?
Yeah, a bunch of legends.
You don't even want to take off on Monday to just look at me.
Hey, he says 750 is more than 700, just saying. I know. But
yeah, this one's a 750.
Yeah, the old one is 750. The new one is 700. Yeah.
Wait, how stupid do you think we are?
700.
We both graduated college, Holden with a math thing.
Well, engineering.
That you had to take math classes for. I technically had to take math classes.
Technically, the only math class I had to take for my degree was college select math.
Really?
I learned how to add and subtract negative numbers and shit. I mean, don't get me wrong. I had to do a lot of math in my actual classes, but in terms of like just math class, since I didn't go to engineering school, I didn't have to do like calculus 2 and 3. I just had to do I took calculus in high school, and then I just had to do college tech math.
You should have took that back then. Do you know how hard it's going to be to take a calculus class if you went back to school?
That's okay. I think I would be better because I have more in my brain.
You think?
Yeah. When I learned calculus the first time, I was being taught by someone who didn't know how to do calculus. So.
Oh, I don't know how to do calculus. I had to take a statistics class and a graphing class.
I had to take statistics as well. In the old Woodford Batch Proof, 118.4, smells super sweet and decadent. Lots of caramel, vanilla, a good amount of oak. It smells tasty. I mean, really tasty. Let's get on the palate.
We should have made some snacks.
You have cupcakes?
No, I kind of want the popcorn.
And obviously the palate is still on point. Very viscous, oily, rich, super sweet. That sweetness is in there. It's got that caramel coming through on the palate. Good amount of oak and a bit of spice, like a nice soft spice in there as well. A little bit of like a boozy maple syrup, like syrupy goodness. It's like the ultimate French toast in a Glen. I mean, it's fantastic. This is Lauren's favorite whiskey that I own, or second favorite. I can't remember exactly if she likes the Parker's better, but
I don't know. I would have to have them next to each other.
We could arrange that one day.
I just like how the Parker's Heritage smells like raisins.
The Parker's Heritage smells so good. I actually haven't had that bottle in a while. Are you going to take a sip?
Oh, do you want me to?
Yes, please. Because you're going to taste this one too. And remember, it's a little hot because it's high proof, so just be prepared. It's yummy, right? It's classic. Honestly, it's like a great Woodford Batch Proof of 2022. It's what it is. Realistically, it is actually what it is. But
we should put the years on here so we can remember when we're old.
That's true. Joe Dickinson says, to be fair, it was college in Wisconsin.
Hey, I went to a college that was so good that my diploma was in a different language.
Latin, right?
Yes.
And I know what Latin is.
There's not many schools that still do that anymore. Holden went to a tech school, so yes, I agree.
Okay, I went to like one of the best tech schools in the state.
I'm pretty sure it's not, but okay.
Hanny Z said I had to take finite math for my business degree. I had to take strengths, which is like strengths of materials, and I also had to take statistics, and I also had to take strengths and materials, and I had to take a different one where it's like stresses or something like that, and I had to like calculate how much weight a building can hold. I had to do a lot of math. It was a lot of math. Hanny says there should be a law. All 700 ml bottles should be required to come with classes. Should be required to come with a free 50 milliliter bottle of the same whiskey. That would be awesome, though, wouldn't it?
You laugh at that, you don't laugh at my joke. You just give me the side eye. I'm gonna kick you out of here.
Your joke was mean and defiant.
My joke was funny.
Maybe. Hey, Sugar says engineering school for me included logic, finite math, calculus 1 through 4. Okay, I can't say I'm an actual engineer. I say I'm an engineer because I work for a small company and I do engineer machines from scratch. But technically, I went to 2-year tech school and I only have a mechanical design degree. But my job is a mechanical engineer, but my title from college is mechanical designer.
Don't you think you should go back to school?
Maybe one day.
I think you should.
I just don't feel like wasting a bunch of thousands of dollars to go back to school.
But when you're making like double what you're making now, that's not gonna feel like that.
Well, I know, but I would have to make double what I'm making now. And I make a decent amount now, and I actually like my job.
Well, yeah, but for our age, not for living for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get steady raises up until I'm dead.
Well, yeah, but it's $1 here and there compared to jumping fucking thousands of dollars. Very different.
I don't know. You don't really jump thousands of dollars just by having a degree. I mean, none of my friends make that much more than me.
Because we're all fucking in our 20s. When we're in our 30s and your friends have engineering degrees and I'm making hundreds of $1,000.
Seth is graduated with a degree in mechanical engineering. He makes like $2 more than me.
Yes, because he just graduated.
I'm just saying. He graduated a while ago.
Isn't he a year younger than you?
No, Seth's in my grade.
Oh, really?
Yes. So he graduated when you graduated.
Okay, so he's been graduated for
Actually,
year.
I don't know if he actually graduated. He might be slow rolling the classes because he's doing part-time with his job. Anyway, that's completely besides the point. You guys aren't here to listen about Seth. You're here to watch me drink this whiskey.
Look, I'm just saying.
Or merely talking out loud. Derek says it's crazy the number of people that come into Menards with measurements but don't have any idea the difference between fractions and decimals. That's the truth. That's
who honestly. On this shit? I gotta go over there and listen to that conversation. I gotta come here and listen to Holden talk about this shit. Gosh.
I go to work at my other job, and it's funny because as an engineer, as a mechanical designer, I'm putting things. The computer's generating all the information, so like everything's like in decimals. And I'll print something off and send it to the shop guys so they can like drill a hole. And we're just like hand drilling. It's like stuff like switches or like lasers, something that gets added after the fact. So it wasn't determined before manufacturing. So they have to put in this part and it says like point some weird number. And then they yell at me for not having it in fractions when I'm like, it's so close. Like, why don't you just round to the nearest 16th of an inch? You can't really drill any more accurate than that anyway. And they get mad because they can't determine that 0.657 is close enough to 0.625, which is 5/8. So I don't know.
Okay, so like, what if one of them is watching this right now, and now you're gonna go into work tomorrow, and they're all gonna fight you?
No, we've had this conversation to each other before. I've literally explained that to them, and then they've explained to me that they don't want to.
You know what they're thinking in their heads?
They're thinking I don't want to. Is what they're thinking.
That's what they told me. Dumbass motherfucking kids that come into my fucking work and think that they're fucking smart. You think I want to be out on the fucking floor doing fucking math? I can tell you right now they don't want to. That's like when people tell me shit and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like when I'm fucking standing there at Station 1 and they're asking me for a fucking glass of water, like there's not a jug of water right in front of them. It's pointing towards you. You get the fucking glass of water. I put all those cups out for you. Gosh, you are crazy.
Okay, but what you're saying to someone in my field is the equivalent of saying, hey, could you please write out what 9 plus 10 is? Because I can't do that. Like, that's 21. Like, it's 20, exactly. But like, basically what they're saying is, can you please put something super simple? It would take way longer for me to go on the computer and switch all the dimensions to fractions when it takes 2 seconds to just in their head.
But what if they don't know that in their head?
Well, they don't, and that's the issue, but I didn't want to call them dumb.
Well, you're not supposed to call people dumb,
I didn't call them dumb. I'm just saying.
You're telling everyone you're telling the world right now.
People are leaving because we're not even talking about whiskey.
You're the one that's fucking fiddling around drinking damn whiskey.
Wisconsin is not a language. Hey, you know what? It's totally a language. We speak Wisconsin. Some colleges are debating whether getting rid of college algebra. We are getting dumber. I think, aren't they getting rid of it because they're teaching it in high school? I feel like they should be teaching it in high school. I taught in high school. Jacob says he fails.
I thought Jacob did good on his college math.
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't remember.
I think if I grew up in Wisconsin, I would have went to an agriculture school and gotten a master's in cheese theory. Honestly, my brother went to school to be a cop. And now he makes over 6 figures being a cheesemaker with no education or background in cheesemaking.
But you work really, really, really shitty hours.
He worked really shitty hours.
He still works really long hours.
He doesn't work a lot. I mean, like, he still works, like, somewhat long hours, but he works, like, a 12
Remember
to 9.
Your uncle was literally saying, like, yeah, it's all fun and games when you're young, but when you're old, you're going to hate your life.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's
he's-
why he gets paid so much money.
But he's not doing that hard shit anymore. He's a cheesemaker. Anyway.
I'm pretty sure it's still hard.
Well, it's not the same kind of hard. It's the equivalent of being hard.
I don't think you know what your brother does.
I do. He told me. He explained the exact. He presses a button and
Why don't you
then
ask my dad? He used to work in one of those places.
he presses a button and when the timer goes
He
off,
came
he
home
dumps the
and-
thing in, and then he presses a button, and then when the other timer goes off, he dumps the thing in. It's literally all he does.
That sounds boring.
Yeah, well, when you're making six figures, anything's not boring. Anyway,
Well, yeah, but like, that sounds really boring.
this new Woodford Batch Proof, I know it's been a long topic, or a long time off topic, which...
It is always off topic. The
That's
people
true.
who are leaving are not regular people. The people who are staying are the ones that come here for us to go off topic.
Jacob said I failed the lower level math, but passed the higher level math, so the school said fuck it and gave me the higher level grade.
He had a teacher in high school.
How? What two classes were they?
He had a teacher in high school, and he didn't understand what she was telling him to do. So then he asked her for help, and she told him that basically she wasn't going to help him because he should understand. So then he just failed the class, took the exact same class in college, like not even because it was second semester senior year to summer classes at NWTC. So it wasn't even like a few months later. And he passed the class. So it was just fucking stupid teacher.
Stupid teachers. I love cheese, to be fair. I love cheese as well, honestly. I do.
Who eats fake cheese?
Spring-side is the best. I eat fake cheese for my diet. If I wasn't dieting, I would never eat fake cheese. Also, what do you mean Springside is the best? I don't know.
Springside is the one that used to be next to the A&W when you're driving up to Crivets and then moved to the small little town.
I don't know what it is.
Do you know where the A&W is when you're driving up
Yes.
to Crivets? Okay, there used to be a cheese shop right there. Now they moved out of there and it's somewhere over like if you take the back way to my cabin. And it's just this little hut. And they sell candy in there.
Joe says, I love the Lauren show.
I know you do.
And Peter says rant of the day. That's
There'll be
true.
more, I'm sure.
I'm sure there will. My Bourbon Journey's in the chat says, I'm in Wisconsin. Yes, my fellow
Did you have a
Wisconsin
good
man.
education?
Yes.
Where did you go to school? You probably went to UW-Madison or something.
He says, I may not go live. I'm having fun watching this. Well, I'm glad you are. I always appreciate you being here. Where did you go to high school and college? Where did you go and get your education?
We only care about college. Unless you didn't go to college, then tell us where you went to high school.
Yeah. We're having a debate on
I went to Ripon
the
College.
smarts. And I went to NWTC. No colleges, we're getting rid of it because poorly trained students could have had. That's
So my
embarrassing.
college, you didn't have to take gen eds.
High schools are graduating students who can barely read or do math. That's sad.
That is sad.
I feel like that's not been an issue.
I don't know.
And, like, our
I was
schools.
advanced in school,
So was I.
there was definitely kids in your school that couldn't do math. There was definitely kids in my school. that
Well,
couldn't
I
do
know
math.
that, but not many. Not enough to cancel algebra. Like, come on. I took algebra in 8th grade.
I don't think they taught algebra at my middle school. I think if you were going to take algebra, you traveled over to the high school.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was advanced. I took I don't remember. I was in the advanced track, so my classes were screwed up compared to the normal kid classes.
I should do a tour of cheesemaking. Next week's episode we're gonna be doing a tour.
No,
We're gonna
we're
go-
not.
Ow.
We're gonna do whiskeys that fireworks in your mouth.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
because it's the 4th of
yeah.
July.
Shoot some fucking pay
Yes.
attention to me.
Yes, America themed whiskey.
What is like a holiday that's very cheese oriented?
Every day in Wisconsin.
Is there National Cheese Day?
Oh yeah, I'm sure there is.
I'm gonna Google and
There's
figure out
National
what it is.
Everything Day. Sugar says in New York, the state agriculture schools can get. I'm assuming when he says AG, he means agriculture, because if he doesn't,
I'm pretty sure.
that'd be
it's
embarrassing. But in New York State ag schools, you can get a degree in apples or
Oh,
cheese.
we already passed June. It's June 4th.
Really? We missed Cheese Day?
We missed it.
We could have had a charcuterie board.
Let's see when Cheese Curd Day is. October 15th.
Oh,
Oh, that's not Tuesday. That's a Sunday.
well, we can do a cheese curd video. Wisconsin cheese curd and bourbon video.
What are we gonna do? Go to a bunch of places and get cheese curds?
Yeah, we'll get like 4 or 5 different cheese curds from different places. And then we'll get like some Driftless Glen and some J. Henry and some
What
hash.
place
And
has
we'll
the
just
best cheese curds though?
That's hard. That's hard. We'll have to do some research before October 15th. A degree in apples or cheese, and Penn State has a school of ice cream. Oh, I could get down to the school of ice cream for sure. I love me some ice cream. Derek
First
says,
of all, I have a story about ice cream.
okay.
My story goes like this. Whenever we go on vacation, we always look for like a yummy ice cream shop. And every single time we aren't in Wisconsin and we go to a stupid ice cream shop, their ice cream doesn't taste
Oh my
right.
God, it sucks.
It's like watery.
Ice cream in Wisconsin is 10 times better than other ice cream.
It literally is like watery and crystally and weird. And like ice cream it's supposed to be creamy.
Yes.
Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Like,
it's like, then just call it sorbet.
Sometimes
just
living in
sorbet.
Wisconsin is just so hard.
And just
Sets your expectations
just
so
say
high.
we're going to the sorbet shop. It's the sorbet truck. Like, what the fuck?
Derek says when I get a new hire, the first month is teaching basic math. That's so rough, honestly. Yes, I remember check out my Bourbon journey on the TGIT lineup. Links right there. Oh yeah, I can actually yeah, I don't know how to. Yeah, anyway, make sure you guys are checking out my Bourbon journey when he goes up. I had to do lots of math when I worked in the mapping industry.
Did he say where he went to school?
Huh? No, he didn't. Not yet.
What?
Hey, he says also lots of math and security business. So yeah, math is good. Math is useful.
I love math.
I love math.
You had to do math to get your bartender license. Now that I think about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose you had to add up money.
That, drinks, but that's not part of your thing. But adding drinks,
alcohol by volume.
and then the volume stuff, yeah.
Joe says I went to Bowling Green State University and have a degree in psychology. Happy
I
to
have
come
a
see you both
degree in
later.
psychology.
That's true. She does have a degree.
We
in
could be
psychology.
like best friends.
Bowling Green.
Does Joe
State
live on her way
University.
back home from New York?
He's in Ohio.
Yeah, Mama is on the way home from New York, but would that be on like the right track?
I'm not sure.
Because I'm assuming we want to go through all the big cities, not the little ones.
Bino's favorite holiday is the 4th of July. Did you know
Well,
that?
that's because Bino's like Merca.
June is Dairy Month. Why haven't we been eating ice cream and cheese all month?
This is our last live stream in June.
Oh, we missed such a good opportunity. So many excuses to eat ice cream.
I could roll Brenda Zesty's gonna order cheese curds and a shake.
A malt.
A malt or something.
I love me a good malt.
You know what?
School.
Well, that'll be next June.
Just don't get a degree in goat roping. Goat roping. I was gonna say I would love to see goats rap. That would be something, wouldn't it? Right? It'd be goats rapping.
Yeah, you're pretty.
Wow. Okay, I see how it is. Cheese curd give.
We put cheese curds in someone's,
We did
and
put-
then fucking Taylor
It
won
was
it.
hanging. Oh no. Yeah, you're right. Wait, did she or did?
This bitch could just go to the
Yeah,
store and buy her
sure.
own damn cheese curds.
Yeah. What the heck, Kay? Just kidding. We love you. Can you pair cheese with whiskey? You can. Well, I mean, you can pair whiskey with everything. So. I'm not saying it was gonna be better.
When we
but cheese day followed by fiber day.
So for New Year's Eve,
Cheese day followed by fiber day. Get it? Because cheese will block you up with fiber.
I
Anyway,
don't get blocked up by cheese.
neither do I.
never
Wisconsinites
understood
must
that.
be immune. I've never been constipated from eating cheese, and I have gone to town on cheese many times. I mean, what I've done to cheese is probably not legal. They've put people in jail for much less.
I think we should stop.
Okay. Cheese curds are definitely awesome.
Is this man gonna tell us where he went to school?
My Bourbon journey, where are you from? I know where you're from. Sorry. I meant where did you go to school? Like college or high school? Unless, hey, maybe he doesn't want to say. Which if you don't have to.
If you didn't graduate high school, then tell us where you went to middle school.
Springside and Klondike, Wisconsin.
There, think
Wisconsin. Oh, yeah. Klondike. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Joe says we have great ice cream in Ohio.
You know what? I'm sure you do. You also have good whatevers you were telling us about.
Ooh,
Craft beer.
When we go to Canada, can we please go and get poutine?
You've never had poutine before?
I've had McDonald's poutine.
You've never had real poutine?
No.
They have poutine in Wisconsin.
Well, I know, but I want Canadian poutine.
It's the
Isn't
same
it?
fucking
It was
thing.
invented in Canada.
It's the same thing.
It's just a cool
The Bourbon
word.
used to have poutine. It used to be,
Poutine.
you could get
It's like poontang.
Asiago pesto fries or poutine.
Or poontang. Poutine.
I'm going to kick you out of here.
Beano, very good cheese. I went to College of Business at ASU and public high school, says Hanging AZ. ASU. I would assume it's Arizona State
I was going to
University.
say, how long is it going to take him to figure that out?
Hey, that's not nice. Yeah, it's right on the way back from New York on 80-90.
Okay, we'll write that down.
We'll stop in.
We can go to a craft brewery together.
Henny Z says
We can meet Sugar Kitty too, because we'll be going through Philadelphia.
and they're not teaching geography either, I suppose. Okay.
Holden did not pass geography, and we make fun of him when we shouldn't.
I have short-term photographic memory. Okay. As long as if within the week, if I look at something,
from Ohio too? Don't
yes.
her and Joe Dickinson live really close to each other?
Not really close, but closer. Yes. I can look at something and like have it just in my brain for like a solid week without actually retaining the information. So I did great in geography because I memorized them for a week, but I retained zero knowledge of what happened after I left geography class. So that's the issue.
I did fantastic in social studies.
Peter says my oldest daughter has her master's in psychology. Wow. Lots of masters of psychology.
I might go back and get my master's, but probably in social work, not psychology.
Yeah.
It's a popular thing. Wait, did it tell us?
Irish cream is perfect for Dairy Month, Stacey says.
We do have that.
Oshkosh. He went to
I work in Oshkosh.
Hashtag Sloshkosh. And now he's a whiskey tuber.
I went to Ripon. That's like not that far from here.
He went to Sloshkosh and now he's a whiskey tuber. Do you think that's a coincidence?
Maybe if you ever go up to Oshkosh, we could get lunch and we could talk shit about the Bourbon Bar. Not the Lauren Show, just the Bourbon Bar.
Wow, I feel so betrayed. But yeah, maybe we should drink some Irish cream. We could have a
Jacob's making ice cream. He's kicking his balls around.
making ice cream tonight.
I'm not sure if that's supposed to be dirty or not.
I hope not.
He's kicking his balls around, I'm telling you.
Do they have cheese eating contests? Do they have cheese eating contests? I mean, how do you really eat? How do you have like a cheese eating contest? I mean, I'm sure you can, but is that right? Is that how it goes? I'm sure they do somewhere. I mean, I can't imagine.
No, but don't they have like the cheese, like the lifting the big cheese wheel contest?
Oh yeah, I think so. The far off and mysterious lands of Canada. Absolutely. Holden, a cheese molester, team. Hey, well, okay. I never said I molested cheese. I did dirty things that I could be in jail for.
What the fuck? Who's marrying that motherfucker?
Yeah, honestly, some loser. Peter White says, no, you want Quebec poutine.
So we're not going to
Quebec.
Wait, are we going to Quebec?
Quebec? No, I think Quebec's a little bit north of where we're going.
What one are we going through?
We're going right through Michigan into Canada.
But that's Toronto, right?
And then Toronto is right next to Buffalo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Toronto's the city.
Yeah. Isaiah Smith's here. He says, cheers all. Why is Lauren so aggressive? Hey, let's be real, Isaiah. When isn't Lauren aggressive?
Why are you acting surprised? Do I need to come at you next?
Bino says, calling you out. He says you're not drinking enough. Oshkosh, where they make overalls and fire trucks. All I know about Oshkosh. Another fun fact about Oshkosh is it's one of the drunkest cities in America, along with Madison and Milwaukee. No, Madison,
First of all,
Oshkosh,
Green Bay was one.
and Green Bay.
Appleton was two. And then I'm pretty sure it was Madison, Milwaukee, blah, 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 blah.
Oshkosh was in there, for sure.
Oshkosh does not get that drunk. Okay, first of all.
They literally call it Sloshkosh.
They call it Sloshkosh because the school's raping every other person.
What? No, they call it Sloshkosh because everyone gets sloshed, which is another term for obliteratedly drunk. Sloshkosh. That's what everyone said when people were talking about party people from Oshkosh. They call them Sloshkosh.
Yes, everyone calls it Sloshkosh. Oh my gosh.
Unbelievable.
You didn't even go to real college. Can you stop acting like you did?
I'm not near Philly, but actually I'm right off 80 up north.
Oh. I don't know. We haven't planned our route yet.
Great fishing in Quebec. Toronto's next up. No,
it's not.
Sorry.
I looked it up. It is Toronto that I was thinking of. We'd have to.
I'm
thinking
thinking
go up
of
and then come back up. It was called Hamilton.
No, seriously, what's right next to it? So it's like here's New York, and then right here, and then in Canada, this city right here. It's literally right next to Buffalo, New York. I thought. Wait, Buffalo's the one in the far left corner of.
Oh my
New York,
gosh!
right?
Stop acting like you know geography. You're not even planning our honeymoon because you don't even know where the fuck you're going.
ASU is known as a big party school, but the College of Business is highly ranked. Well, that's good.
St. Catharines, Niagara Falls.
Is it on?
Well, it says this is Toronto, way up here.
That's right next to. Yeah.
That's not right next. This is like hours worth of driving.
Okay, well, on a map, it looks right next to it.
This is
it's
why
the closest big
geography.
city. It's the closest big city.
No, Hamilton is the closest big city.
Hamilton's not even a big city compared to Toronto. Nobody knows what Hamilton is. Everyone knows what Toronto is, right?
It's got a hospital. It's big enough.
If someone said name
and a Walmart,
a province of Canada. Wait, is that what it is? Province? Or is it a city?
Is Toronto a province or is it just a city?
I don't know what a province is. I just said it.
Province is like a state.
I just said it to make it sound like I knew what I was talking about, but I don't.
It's not.
But if someone said name a city in Canada,
province.
I guarantee if you ask someone to name a city in Canada, Toronto would be one of the top 3 that
Can
they
you
would
stop
say.
talking about Canada like you know what you're talking about? Every time we bring up Canada, someone says, hold in, you're stupid.
100 miles from Toronto to Buffalo. 100 miles, that's not even bad. It's an
100
hour.
miles. 100 miles.
Hour and a half.
It's more than an hour.
An hour and a half. Ohio University. Oh, wait. Toronto suburbs are huge. They're huge. I can't even do an impression. They're huge. Huge. They're huge over there. Stacy says Ohio University is another party school. They righted for the time change because the bars closed an hour early. That is dedication. I respect that. Strange, I grew up in Arizona, but I'm always accused of being from the Midwest or Canada.
Well, to be fair, you talk to a lot of Midwestern people.
To be fair. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just because you're cool and cool people are from the Midwest. Peter White says, I live in Hamilton. I live in Hamilton. Wow.
Is Hamilton big enough for Holden or not? Is it big enough to hold his big
well,
ass
let's be
head,
honest. On the map,
his big old ego?
On the map, Hamilton looked as big as freaking Chicago or Milwaukee. Like, the white portion of, like, maps like that. Just...
So why isn't it big enough for you?
Well, I'm just saying that when people think of Canada, nobody goes, I really want to go to Hamilton, Canada.
Do you know what's in Hamilton?
Have you ever heard someone say that they want to go to Hamilton?
You should do some research before you start opening flapping your fucking mouth around. Gosh.
Sugar says, even if you're going up through New York State, let me know. I grew up in that area and know all the places. I can help.
Let's explain what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Okay. We're going to go through Ann Arbor, Michigan, through Canada, to Buffalo, and then we're going to go from Buffalo down to New York City, and then we're going to go from New York City through this back through the States, back to Green Bay, the underside.
The underside.
And we're taking Holden's car.
Yeah, we are. Thing's a beast. Gotta love a Buick. Gotta love a 2004 Buick LeSabre tan with a third seat in the front. Yeah. 3 on the tree. Just kidding. It's got a full, it's automatic. But it is on the tree, which is cool.
It is nice because the thingy lifts up and then we can cuddle.
500,000 people. How many people live in Green Bay?
100,000.
So it's 5 times the size of Green Bay? 4 or 5 times the size of Green Bay?
It's a large city.
It's a large city.
I think it's big enough to hold your fucking
almost
fat
as
ass.
many people as are going to be subscribed to me. We're gonna go to Hamilton. We're gonna walk around and make every person subscribe to the Bourbon Bar. Be the biggest whiskey tuber out there.
I need more wine to have a conversation with you.
I need to drink this.
Drink your damn whiskey.
I haven't even tasted the new Woodford Reserve Batch Proof yet. Rob says, "How long have you two been married?"
Long enough to know I want a divorce.
Ow! Oh, fuck.
That was
Who
funny.
invited her?
I will pour this down the drain.
And Hamilton between the two.
Ooh, this one tastes like Christmas.
Spicy, right?
It tastes like Christmas in your mouth.
Okay, so let's go ahead and let's talk about this new Woodford Batch Proof. 124.7 proof. How many times are you going to say that?
Doesn't
on
have a
night?
bit of like flavor on your tongue, but it tastes like Christmas.
Yeah, the nose is definitely got a bit more of like a spicy,
once it kind of like gets all over your tongue,
oaky.
it kind of just tastes like floor.
I do get a little bit of like a frozen cherry in here.
So this one I think is better.
On the nose, I get like a frozen cherry. You know, like when you freeze a cherry, it kind of has that like sweet kind of like.
I don't know. I only ever like tart cherry because I don't like sweet cherry.
Well, that is it's tart, but like it's sweet. Like it's frozen, so it's not like overly tart, but it has like a little bit of that like tart cherryness of it because it's frozen cherry. That's why I said frozen cherry. But it's giving me like a frozen cherry, spicy,
we
caramely
should
vibe.
wear red, white, and blue next week.
We will. Yeah, the nose smells great. A good amount of oak on this. Actually, probably more oak than the other one, and not quite as pastry sweet, but a little bit more of like a fruity, spicy sweetness. But let's get on the palate.
You know, if we just stacked all your bookers up on top of each other, you'd be able to see them.
I know, it would hit the ceiling.
I don't think it would hit the ceiling. I think you're over.
No, it would be. I would be like one box away from the ceiling.
I think you're over exaggerating the size of your stacks of wood.
The size of my wood.
Yeah, wouldn't be the first time you've over exaggerated.
Oh, but I also have a little book box.
That'll be its own stack, though.
Okay, now let's get to the palate of this guy. It's fucking good.
But it's
not as good.
This one,
You're
it kind
right.
of just
You're
flat.
right.
And
The
then
thing
there's
about this
nothing
one.
that happens.
This one? No, this one has more fireworks than that one.
I don't think so.
I think
this one, it's just once it coats your tongue, it doesn't taste like anything.
I know, but I think the problem for you probably is the proof and spiciness, and honestly, oak spice that's coming out of this one is a lot more aggressive. It's a lot more tingly. It's a lot more like punch you in the face than the original one. And I think it takes away some of that really good, well-rounded flavors of the first one, of the 118.4. And that's why that one's better, because this one, it's more well-rounded. It's got more of that overall palate coating deliciousness, whereas this one, that spice aspect is almost overpowering, but it's not bad, honestly. It's very, very good. I can't wait to see how it does in the end of the year blind, obviously, because, you know, that one won last year, so there's always a chance for a comeback. Or not, it's not a comeback. It's always a chance for a twofer.
What?
A twofer.
I think you're just throwing out words, even if they're not in the dictionary.
It's a two-peat. Well, it's a repeat, but it's not quite a three-peat, so it's not a three-peat. So that's why it's a twofer. Have you never heard someone say a twofer before?
I've heard someone say a 2-for-1 deal.
Yeah, that is.
Not twofer. Like if you.
Twofer is short for 2-for-1. It's called a twofer.
Tooth.
Guys, back me up. You guys have heard someone say the term twofer before?
It sounds like you're saying twofer.
Anyway,
like shove a
let's get
tooth
another
in
sip.
there. What a weirdo.
I think up front, it's got a little bit more of like the red fruit sweetness. Not much, but a little bit of the red fruit sweetness. Definitely moving on to that not tannic, but that super oaky oak spice. And honestly, if I was gonna put a name to the spice on this one, I don't know. It's making my tongue tingle. It's got like a cinnamon, maybe clovey type spice on it. Yeah, it's freaking good. Ow! Why would you do that? That hurt. In comparison, though, normal Woodford 90 proof.
Wow.
Tastes like water now, for sure. But I can really see a relationship between the three of these. Like, you can definitely tell it's the same mash bill, which is good. I love to see a good, consistent flavor profile when it comes to coming from the same kind of distillery, the same brand, with enough variations that it makes it fun to explore. Okay, time for some Four Roses. Four Roses. Era Rosa, hi.
What's next?
Let's put this one. The Four Roses are next. Oh, for the people. Sugar says Arizona has a ton of snowbirds.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know what. When did that come up?
I think that means like people who fly away from the snow, you know, because people go down to the south to live when it's snowy.
Oh, something about due to melonhead attacks. Maybe a melonhead's bird. Or someone on crack. I don't even know. But Joe says bench sitting has a lot of benefits. I'm so confused. Bench sitting?
I think they're purposely saying things
I think we missed something.
to drive you nuts.
Hamilton is 500,000.
Wow.
Hamilton, Canada, is that the same as Phoenix, USA?
Hank is asking if it's the same amount of people.
Oh. How many people live in Milwaukee?
1 million?
Really?
I don't know.
I suppose. I mean, I don't know.
Milwaukee population.
Sure, he says, okay, so
half
the
a
Buffalo.
million.
Okay, yeah, so it's about the same size as Milwaukee.
So how many people live in Chicago? Chicago.
Okay, so the Buffalo Road there, the New York City through my
Woo!
town in
Chicago
Ohio.
has 2.6 million people. How many people live in New York? New York pop.
So Buffalo Road there, the New York City through my town in Ohio back. Yep,
So
I can help with all of that. You go through
8.5
both where I
million
grew up and where I am now. Awesome. We can see your childhood home if you told us the address.
Mhm.
I mean, I feel like that might be a little bit weird, but we can see where it all happened. The start of the Sugar Kitty autobiography. The story of a lifetime.
Maybe
is what
we'll
they're
have
gonna
it
call it.
out so we can purchase it and get it signed while we're there.
What they could do is they could make a Sugar Kitty movie, and then I could play the lead actor.
They do. It's called Cats.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with Sugar Kitty's life.
Isn't sugar in it?
Stop in Amherst, New York. Supermarket liquor is great.
Where the hell is Amherst, New York?
I don't know, but I gotta take a picture of that so I can remember.
I'll look
So
it
I
up.
can remember.
I've heard of it. I don't know where it is, but maybe I've heard of Amherst somewhere else.
Amherst. I've heard of Amherst.
Never mind. Amherst is a company in Green Bay.
Oh. Isn't it a bigger company than just Green Bay? I think. Does it have any car parts?
It's a build materials shop.
Build materials shop.
Amherst is
Gas station sushi in Mexico, USA.
on our way. It's right next to Buffalo. So we will be stopping in Amherst.
Awesome. Very provincial indeed. Provincial. Actually, supermarket liquor and wine is in Niagara. Did he mean to say Niagara? Because that says Niagara. I'm not tripping. It says Niagara. I swear.
I don't know. I've only been in New York once, and it was only in the
I know,
city.
but I know that the Niagara is a place. I've never heard of Niagara. In Niagara, New York. Niagara. AAA liquor. Every bad area in the United States. None in Green Bay. So we must have a good area. So store names were based on positioning in the yellow pages in the old days. What is a phone book, you ask, Holden? Hey, I know what a phone book is. I had to use the phone book
till I was really old.
I had to use a phone book to figure out my friends' numbers so I could call them and invite them over to my birthday parties.
I don't understand. Why didn't you just ask them what their phone number was?
Because I would forget. Well, there wasn't like a book. There wasn't like on the cell phone where you can like have only very special people.
Only first of all, cell phones back then did have. They had phone books in your cell phone. 1, 2.
Contacts. And my parents didn't have cell phones back then.
How did they contact each other?
Landlines or work phones. If I had to call my mom, I called her work phone through the landline.
Well, I didn't have a fucking cell phone, but my parents had cell phones.
Mine didn't.
They were just little flip ones, and then when they got new ones, they gave me and my brother the old ones for us to play with.
I mean, maybe they did, but back then cell phones had like minutes and shit. That shit was expensive. My parents weren't about to waste money on it. So, maybe they did have some, but they never used it.
Okay, but then here's my next question. You ask someone what their phone number is, and you take out your handy dandy pen and paper, and you go, hello.
We did, in fact, have a phone number book for all of the special people in our lives.
Okay, but I'm
only
confused.
a select few made it in there.
So, you didn't know your friends' phone numbers, but you knew their parents' names to figure out where to find them in the phone book?
Don't ask me the logic
Because I just knew my friends' phone numbers.
Anyway.
Actually, I just knew where they lived, and I just went to their house.
Bino, thanks for being here, man. Cheers to you, and have a good night. Turkey says 2 fur isn't as good as a 3 fur. See?
He is not saying that he understands you. He is just saying like.
He knows that a 2 fur is a thing, and so is a 3 fur. Foofer. Snowbirds come into Arizona to avoid the snow.
That's what I said. Someone didn't believe me. Someone said, that's not true. What a bitch.
Bench seating in front of... Oh, yes. Bench seating in front of the car. Yes. Yes.
Holden's got a nice bench seat.
I do, in fact, have a nice bench seat. Best liquor next to the best Chinese food in Phoenix, Arizona. I don't know. Oh, best donuts. I love donuts.
Do you have a Stan's Donuts down there?
Yeah, right?
I saw something there.
We're going to get so many donuts in New York.
Okay, but New York's not known for their donuts.
So they still are going to have donuts, and we're going to eat them.
Yes.
We can go to Tim Hortons. Oh, my gosh.
What the fuck is a Tim Hortons?
It's the Starbucks of Canada. No. Nay. It's the Dunkin' Donuts. No. It's the Krispy Kreme of Canada. I mean, it's like a mix between the Starbucks and Krispy. It's like
what the fuck is it called?
Tim Hortons. TimHortons. They have donuts and they have coffee. It's like the biggest thing in Canada ever.
What do you want your English to be in? U.S. English?
U.S. English or Canada? No, it's Canada French.
Yeah, I said Canada English.
Look at, man, I want to go to Tim Hortons. That's going to be an exciting day. Peter, is Tim Hortons good or is it overhyped? Please say it's good, because if it's overhyped, I'm probably going to cry myself to sleep tonight. Anyway. I'm just gonna.
First of all, there's one in Michigan. We don't need to go to fucking Canada for it. It's literally
Tim Hortons.
It's literally right where you get off if we just took the fucking ferry over to Michigan. There's fucking 2 of them. Look at.
But everybody knows it's gonna taste better if it's from where it came from. You know.
There's like 50 of them in.
I'm just saying. I bet Culver's doesn't taste as good when it's in other states as it does in Wisconsin. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, well, there's like not very. They're all in America. There's 2. There's literally 2 of them in Canada. There's 14,000 of them in the U.S. There's 50 over there, and there's like 100 right here. Look at them all.
Yeah, in Buffalo, right next to Toronto.
That's not nice in Toronto.
Same people. The same people that bought our house still own it. I was very good friends with their son. It was really nice to have sold the place to them. That's super cool, actually. Like, that's really cool. Niagara, like Viagra, indeed. Blame my shitty keys. I wouldn't know. Yeah, I can't blame that one on Holden.
Wait, what can't we blame on you?
The Niagara.
Oh, okay.
Viagra falls. No. Viagra rises.
You're not very funny.
At least I use grammar correctly. You're not very funny. No. Ow! Okay. Joe says Niagara. Just kidding. Niagara is a wine country. Lauren will need several days there.
We're gonna probably do.
We're so drunk.
Like 2 or 3 days in Buffalo area.
Blitzed.
Because we want to try skiing.
Peter White says Remus 6 is not very good. Ugh, waste of money. That's great to know because I didn't buy one. And that's because I didn't expect it to be that good. And you make me feel better now. It sucks for you though. It sounded really insincere. I do feel bad though that you don't like the Remus 6, that you wasted your money on it. But I was never a huge fan of the Remus 5. Even though it was decent, I was never a giant fan. Twofer is like a BOGO, but never a 5-finger discount. See? They know what a twofer is. You thought I was on crack.
Really, I was just making fun of you because you kept saying twofer, hoofer, boofer. And I was like, what the fuck?
Hey, Maisie says that we need to go to Tim Hortons and order a large Don Rance.
I feel like he's joking and then they're going to hand us like something with like something nasty in it.
Oh, yes. Sugar says, nope, twofer is a real thing. Sorry, Lauren, but Holden has that one right.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm not this stupid, guys.
And Hagen says Timmy is good. Great donuts in Rome, New York. Rome, New York. Write that down. I'm going to take a picture of that.
We're not going to Rome.
Well, maybe it's on the way to normal New York. New York, New York. Maybe Rome is between New York, and Buffalo, New York, and we can stop and get the best donuts. Or should I say great donuts. And Peter says he goes to Tim Hortons every single day for a coffee.
So you live by the Tim Hortons that was just on the map.
Or maybe he just makes an out of the way trip to Tim Hortons because it's that good.
I like little coffee shops that are like cutesy and have funky crap. I don't really like I don't like Dunkin' Donuts. So if it's like Dunkin' Donuts, I really don't want to go.
Yeah, but it's not like Dunkin' Donuts. It's like a mix between
literally just
Dunkin' and
like
Starbucks.
Dunkin'. I don't like Starbucks that much.
Well, you still go there and get their coffee, don't you?
Hardly ever.
I'm just saying, we have to at least go to Tim Hortons once to fulfill my dreams, okay?
But I can't waste a meal.
Yeah, Dunkin' is a big thing in the East. Not that great. Dunkin'.
Yeah, I don't like Dunkin' at all.
Dunkin's okay with like their coffees aren't
I get that
horrible.
they're cheap, and I understand that
But Dunkin' Donuts are not good donuts.
And their coffee tastes like milk.
I'd rather have a Krispy Kreme than a Dunkin'. I've never had Krispy Kreme.
Like a fresh Krispy Kreme.
I've never had
I don't want to judge it too much. And there's one in Chicago. We pass it every single time we get off the train, and it's always closed. I've never passed it.
Well, that's because Krispy Kreme is like an LA thing, and like a southern part of the US thing. I mean, there's not Krispy Kremes up here anywhere.
Are you sure?
We have one in Wisconsin, maybe in like Madison.
I don't think there's one in Wisconsin. I'm pretty sure the closest one is Chicago.
I don't know, but
I
all
don't think
I'm saying
it's a southern thing.
is I feel like Krispy Kreme, from what I've seen on like social media, I feel like Krispy Kreme has better stuff than Dunkin', and I would rather have Krispy Kreme than Dunkin'. Tim Hortons has a crack in it. Ask Donald Rance. I'm so confused. Who's Donald Rance?
It's because Donald has a crack in his ass.
We all do that. We have Dunkin' here. Never go. I like Circle K coffee. Dunkin'.
Circle K. They just built one of those over by Lambeau.
Yeah. Don Rance is the king of Toronto. Respect. Oh, interesting. Circle K is a gas station coffee of the gods. All right, we'll have to go and try it out.
Well, there's only one. Everything else is Quick Trips around here.
That's true. And Quick Trip coffee, subpar.
The Caribou?
I don't like Quick Trip coffee.
That's what it is. Caribou coffee at Quick
I think
Trip.
so.
I don't know. Has anyone ever been to the Dutch Bros? Are they good? I heard that they have like really sugary crap though.
Dunkin' is really sugary.
I know, it tastes like milk.
I like milk.
Yeah, but
I like Dunkin's coffee.
I'm ordering a coffee. I don't want it to taste like milk. I want it to taste like some effort was put in.
Man, you think I could get some of this in the glass and not on the table?
Lick it. Lick it up.
That's right. Bourbon Bar OnlyFans. Link in the bio.
Okay. That is enough.
Okay. I do have the 4 roses poured out now. We're slowly moving along. We're only an hour and 13 minutes into this live stream. Haven't drank more than 2 bottles of whiskey. But actually, no, we drank 3 because I started with the normal Woodford. Are you okay?
My leg doesn't work.
Sugar said in that area, you go to Niagara, then you go to the Finger Lakes.
Ew.
And then there's not a ton to do in Buffalo itself. Okay.
Well, this is what I heard. Is that Buffalo has a lot of wintry activities. Is that true?
It must be.
Well,
Peter,
you don't know that. You're supposed to ask them.
Oh, is that true? Is there a bunch of wintry things to do in Buffalo, like snowboarding and skiing? Bubba, Peter White says Tim Hortons is never out of the way in Hamilton, so he probably just didn't zoom in on the map far enough to see where they all were.
It was in Hamilton.
I know, but he said it's never out of the way, which means that there's probably like 50 of them.
Well, how do I know? I'm not from Hamilton.
Hanging AZ said they just got a White Castle there, and he never goes.
Well, I heard White Castle's not good.
My brother and my cousin, they drove to North Carolina, and when they were driving back, they made a special stop to White Castle to try it out, because we don't have them around here. And needless to say, 2 miles down the road, they also visited a new gas station and tried out their ceramic thrones. Let's just say that White Castle doesn't go out the way it goes in. So
Nobody wants to hear about people's shits on the internet, Holden.
Maybe I need to do a few bong rips before I understand White Castle. Maybe you do. Do you understand that reference?
Bong, like a weed bong?
Yeah.
I've never done that.
Do you understand the White Castle reference? There's a movie and it's called there's two guys' names and they go to White Castle. I think one of them's Keanu Reeves. No, wait, no, it's not. Wait, is it? No, wait, hold on. Someone and someone go to White Castle. You guys need to help me out with the names on that one. Any size coffee at Circle K, $1 holler. Okay, I guess that's a fair. Honestly, coffee's not that expensive though. Or it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. We have Dutch Bros here. They do like 90 different weird drinks. Huge line for those in Arizona.
I've only ever seen one in Colorado.
Donald is in all the Whiskey Tube chats. He's an expert in Irish whiskey and lives in Toronto. Oh, gotcha. Dutch Bros always reminds me of a Dutch oven. Couple part.
One time I had a Dutch baby and I cried.
I'm
gonna make some popcorn.
Like 65 Tims in Hamilton. There's 65 Tim Hortons in Hamilton.
Okay.
So you just didn't zoom in on the map.
65 seems quite excessive.
Well, that's what Peter says, and he lives there, so I'll take his word.
So are we going out for lunch with Peter?
Yes, we'll meet him when we go to Tim Hortons.
On a Monday though.
We'll let him know. Maybe I'll bring a bottle of whiskey that he hasn't had before, and I'll let him.
Can you cross the border with alcohol?
Can you cross the border with alcohol?
I don't know. I've just never crossed the border, so I don't know.
I don't know either. Timmy's is like Starbucks in the States everywhere, 4 on the same block.
Well, it seems like that's how it is in Buffalo and Michigan too. There
Yeah.
was one when we went to Michigan.
Derek says, isn't Utica where Savage 99 were made? Utica. What's Savage 99?
I don't know.
Harold and Kumar. Yes. Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. Yes. Keanu was Bill and Ted's. Oh, yeah, you're right. Harold and Kumar. But Harold and Kumar had two famous guys in it, too. Or they're famous now. Or at least one of them's famous now. I've definitely seen something about Harold and Kumar. The best winter sports to do in the area. The best winter sports things to do are in the Adirondacks. You would go to Buffalo, then go further north and east.
Well, then the internet lies to me, and I'm going to have to rethink our whole trip.
Harold and Kumar, you're thinking of Calpen. Yeah, that sounds familiar. All right.
Are they sure? Because I read it on the Buffalo Things to Do website.
Well, since they both live,
Like the Visit Buffalo website.
since I'm assuming they've both been there numerous times, they probably know. I mean, technically, if you say visit Green Bay is probably still going to be like, we have lots of winter activities, and it's like sledding down the Aaron's Hill or something.
That's in Green Bay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're going to point out things that'll make you want to go there.
But it said that they have little Christmassy towns.
Well, maybe, but you got to look at TikTok for that stuff. You got to look for people who have been there, not advertising.
Well, I don't like that.
Hanging Z says, around the corner from me, there is a standalone Starbucks in the same center as a grocery store with Starbucks and a Target that also has Starbucks. That's actually sad.
No, think about it. There's a Starbucks in the Target here, and then there's a Starbucks right outside across the street by Costco.
Where's the Starbucks by Costco?
Right across the street.
Where?
Literally, Target's right here, and Costco's right here. It's right here.
I think you're on crack.
I'm not on crack.
I think you actually might be on crack.
No,
Are you on
ask
crack?
Jacob.
I don't know. Joe says, when are you going to Buffalo? We are going on our honeymoon February 11th.
No, we're going to be in Michigan February 11th.
Well, yes, we'll be in Michigan. We're
We're
starting.
leaving. So what we're doing is we're leaving
We're getting married on February 10th.
on the 10th.
Then
We're
the next
leaving
day.
around like noon. to get to Michigan, we're gonna stay in either Detroit or Ann Arbor. It's not Detroit; it's a different city, but Detroit's just the closest one. I can't remember the name. And then we're gonna travel through Canada, stop in Toronto for a little bit, stay in Buffalo, and then we're gonna travel down to the city. But so it's gonna be like the 11th, we're gonna be in Michigan. The 12th, we're gonna be in Canada. The 13th, we'll be in Buffalo, and then we'll be in New York City.
Okay. Drinking whiskey is a winter activity. That's true. Gotta love whiskey.
Is there whiskey in Buffalo?
Maybe. Buffalo can get 5 feet of snow without warning in one day.
Yep.
And my Buick's gonna pound through it all, baby.
We're mentally prepared for the snow.
Yes. Harold. Sorry, I'm still thinking of Harold and Kumar. I don't know why. Hanging Daisy said I go down to a spot down the street sometimes called the Human Bean. Cute ladies working there.
Do they flip their bean there?
Do they have human beings? That was naughty. Joe says, you know how much snow they get there in February? You're insane.
Yes, I know. But you know what? We're getting married in February, so it's not.
Do you know how much snow we get in Wisconsin in February? Depending on the year?
I feel like we get an assload of snow in March for like no reason.
Shuffle off the Buffalo. Yeah, we do get a lot of snow in March and April. What the fuck's up with that?
Yeah.
Why do we get so much snow in April?
We got like 20 inches at one time in March this year. Anyway, stop talking to us about the snow, guys. We know.
We're aware.
We debated for a really long time going on our honeymoon right after or waiting, but I have to sneeze.
Bless you.
Ugh. But Holden has a friend getting married like 2 months after us, and we can only take so much time off of work at once. So we either take it right away or we wait 6 months and take it later on. But it's like, then I don't feel like a honeymoon. And I don't want to just take another vacation. I want it to be all like, oh. So we're just saying, fuck it.
Yeah,
we're
fuck
going to
it.
New York. And like, we went to Chicago in the wintertime. I mean, I know it's not the same thing, but we were cold. We survived.
Joe says they get 120 inches of snow per year on average. How much snow do we get in a year on average?
Wisconsin's weird because if it doesn't snow a lot, I can look it up.
Okay. Yeah, I've never been scared to drive in the snow. I'm a careful driver. We get lots of snow in Arizona in February. Really?
We get 45.
45. Solid. That's okay. Lauren's a hand talker, to be fair. To be fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna slap all the snow away from us while we're driving.
Yeah, she's gonna talk with her hand out the window, like wiping her windshield off. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive into these 4 roses quick before we get to the end of the live stream and haven't even tasted them yet. This side, OESV, this is 11 years and 7 months old. Consists of 75% corn, 20% rye, 5% malted barley. It is 55.6% alcohol. On the left, we have OESQ that is aged 11 years and 2 months. It is 75% corn, 20 rye, 5 barley. Same mash bill, different yeast strain. This one comes in at 53.1% alcohol, so just a tad lower than the other batch. Now, the OESV, that is supposed to be delicate, fruity, fresh, and creamy. And the OESQ is supposed to be floral, rose petal, and acacia, banana, refreshing, medium body. So, on the OESV, you guys have seen me drink this before. It is really good. I do get a little bit of a spice, some stone fruitiness, I think, in here. A little bit of like a stone fruity aspect. Definitely some caramel, vanilla. Just like some solid bourbon notes. It's just a good solid bourbon. And then on the palate, good amount of spice in the finish. Up front, you are getting that light fruitiness coming through, that stone fruitiness in there. If I had to put a fruit on it, I would say maybe like a mango. It's nothing super potent, but it's just in there a hint, just a little bit. But then moving on to the mid palate, You're getting that sweetness from that vanilla, like a vanilla sweetness, and then finishing off that spice, some good spice on it, which is respected. Gotta love some good spice. But moving on to the OESQ, this is a new one that I got from Woodman's. Same store, different year, different single barrel. Obviously, different mash bill, or recipe, I should say. Let's get this one on the nose. Oh my, oh that smells good. Oh, I think I'm gonna like this OESQ better. Bless you.
I'm sneezing because of the bad air quality.
I'm sorry. Yeah, the air quality in Wisconsin right now and Green Bay is like 170.
It was orange this morning.
Outside, it was? Yeah. Oh shit, it's 183 right now. My watch literally says unhealthy. I don't know if you guys can see that. But yeah, that's pretty shit. That's pretty bad. Anyway. Oh, yeah, this one smells like... Honestly, this one smells more rounded and creamy than the OESV, which is odd because this one's not supposed to be creamy. But I do get like... I'm getting a... Ooh, man, what is that note? Like, I want to say that banana, like banana cream pie type aspect in there. It's got like a bready note, like a bready aspect to it, which I thoroughly enjoy. Love me a good bready note. It's been a while since I've had a whiskey with a good bready note. Like a nice bready banana pudding, banana cream pie, a little bit of breadiness, a little bit of like, that floral aspect is there, not super perfumey. Honestly, a little bit more desserty perfumey than, like, if it was perfumey, I would say it's closer to the desserty perfume than it is to floral perfume. But I do get a hint of like a floralness in there to the palate. Oh, okay. This one actually drinks significantly less hot. A lot less spice in this one. This one has some good body. Super like viscous, creamy, rich. More floralness on the palate than on the nose. But that banana cream, like the banana cream pie is there in the front of the palate, moving on to the back. A little bit more of that bready note. A little bit of... a lot more tame, for sure, than the OESV. But this OESQ is hitting it out of the park. Why are you dropping so much popcorn over there?
I don't know.
Wow. That OESQ is banging. That's really good.
At least someone's getting banged.
But honestly, guys, the OESQ, it's a hitter, for sure. Sugar Eats got to rethink a lot of things. I was going to suggest then you're in midwinter, Lake Placid, and the Olympic site is one of the places I was thinking for the Adirondacks. Yeah. I mean, the thing about it, we don't want to put off our honeymoon and then not go. You know, we don't, and like, I don't know. There's so much.
Our plan was to go to Italy.
Yeah.
But then I don't remember what happened. Then we planned to go the first week in May. And then Holden's friend decided to get married that week, so it was really off.
Yeah.
But we didn't want to go when I was busy. And then now we bought a house, so then we're poor.
Yeah, and honestly, it's like...
And then we picked things out of a hat when we got New York. We were excited because Holden wants to go to New York. So now here we are.
But you want to go to New York too, don't you?
Yeah, I've been in New York.
Okay. I thought you were excited for this.
No, I'm excited to go. I haven't been in like 10 years.
Yeah. We know it's going to be wintry. We know it's going to be kind of shitty in that regards. But, like, we're so busy in the summer all the time. We went to Chicago in winter.
We can make happy out of anything. Obviously, don't you guys tell?
We never argue.
Rainbows.
We literally are just the happiest freaking...
we can both be honest. We argue way less in the winter time than we do in the summer.
That's true. That's true. But usually our arguing in summer has to do with the fact that neither of us has time to do jack shit. I mean, I hardly have time to do YouTube, let alone...
I thought you were just going to stop at you.
That too. But yeah, no, our arguing comes more about not seeing
when we
each other.
argue on here in the wintertime, I have to prepare myself to argue with him so that you guys have some entertainment. In the summertime, it just comes naturally.
Your dad said Green Bay gets about 60 inches a year for snow. Hey, he says he drive a few hours up north, check out the snow, and then piss back down to the valley. True. Yeah. For Arizona, yeah. Yeah, I suppose the valley's probably warm. Wait, are we talking about cocaine now? Not sure if cocaine is even a thing anymore. We just have a bunch of fentanyl smoking guns.
There's fentanyl here too.
Is there?
Oh yeah.
So a guy in Prescott, Arizona, got killed by a bear on the front porch of his house last week.
Right after you were telling us that there's no fucking bears there.
Might have been cocaine bear. See, people say there's no bears all the time, and then someone just gets attacked on their front porch. Okay, I'm not a pussy for wanting to have bear spray when we were camping in the Northwoods. Just saying. Who's texting you, Dan?
I don't fucking know. People that I don't talk to.
Holy frick! Put it on the rubber pad. It won't bust so much.
Why do you know?
Wisconsin average 40 inches per year. Buffalo gets 3 times as much.
What?
He's just saying our average. You know what? Okay.
Look at we are acknowledging that there's snow. I wanted to go there because I read that there was skiing.
So we
and I've
don't
never been
have
skiing
the
before.
biggest average, okay? Who cares?
I want the biggest average.
I was
First of
making
all,
a big dick joke.
Look it, I'm just saying. I knew there was snow there. I get that. I thought there was skiing and sledding.
Mama didn't raise no bitch, is what she's saying.
I've been to places with more snow. When I was a kid, we went to Colorado and it was like piled up 3 times the size of our car. You didn't see me bitching.
Hey, he says I was in a horrible snowstorm in Connecticut. Right?
That should not have taken you that long
Is it
to figure out.
Connecticut?
Yes.
Once, not fun. Okay, nobody. You don't just go around reading states' letters all the time.
I know all the letters.
I worked in the mail house. I send people's mail out.
No,
I read
that is
letters.
not why. It's because I had to write down people's addresses for work at school.
And I never did, hence why I
Yes,
don't know.
but I knew the freaking things. I had to make the stupid list so other people who didn't know the stupid shit. Gosh, you
See?
really did really bad in
Other
geography.
people didn't know the stupid shit, so
yeah,
I'm not the only one.
got fired because they were stupid.
A bouquet of potpourri, and stink bugs.
Potpourri.
Potpourri. Potpourri. My ex was a hand talker, very dangerous while I was driving. Look at a bird! Yeah, that would be dangerous. Arguing in winter. Arguing is a winter activity in Wisconsin, I suppose. Well, I suppose.
But we don't argue in winter time.
Yeah, it's true. We argue more in summer. There's no skiing, or there's no skiing in Buffalo. Well, I don't know what skiing is, but we wanted to ski.
I said
But he
skiing.
says there's no skiing. Or he says there's no skiing, but I'm assuming he means no skiing.
I think he's making a joke. I think he's saying that I was saying skiing.
Skiing. I didn't say we did not have bears. I said that we did not have brown or grizzly bears. To be fair. Peter says you're thinking of water skiing on Lake Ontario. Oh.
No, because it was, I looked up what to do in wintertime, and it said, Buffalo's a winter. I'm going to find this damn website.
Oh. Don't get her started, guys. Gosh. Derek says maybe you guys should practice and go to Marquette, Michigan this winter. They get tons of lake effect snow. I actually was going to plan a snowboarding skiing trip with Lauren. I was going to do it as a surprise, but cat's out of the bag. And honestly, it's so hard to plan a vacation as a surprise.
There's a whole fucking website.
That says Buffalo, Niagara. So technically it's still Niagara, too.
Which is right fucking... Oh, my gosh,
I don't know. Peak and Peak is not too far, though. Is that Peak and Peak?
Niagara Falls State Park becomes a winter wonderland as the mist from the mighty cataracts freezes on all the trees above. And if it's especially cold, the falls themselves appear to freeze. And after a day out in the cold, warm up in the evening, garden after dark under the tri-domed glass conservatory of the Buffalo and Erie County Botanical Gardens. Best outdoor skating rinks, cozy at the outdoor fire pits, toboggan.
Tobogganing? Oh, we get to go tobogganing.
You could do that.
I could toboggan.
snowshoe snowshoe trails around Buffalo, sledding hills, ice biking, warm up at the fireplaces, where to ski and sled, ski at the powdery slopes at Kissing Bridge. What?
Sugar says the time you are going will be just past the big winter carnival up in the Adirondacks. He thinks it ends February 12th, but there is the carnival at Lake George, which isn't as far north as Lake Placid. So maybe, yeah. So there's that.
Well, I'm just confused because this is their website.
Okay, and it said that the ski slopes are in Niagara.
No, it didn't.
It literally said Niagara State Park. It lit on the front.
That is Niagara Falls, stupid.
It said Niagara State Park has good skiing. You literally read that when you first started reading the conversation.
I'm gonna lose my shit right now.
Anyway, Haney says we had grizzly bears in Arizona at one time, but all the ranchers shot them out. Well, that's good for the ranchers, I suppose. Hunter Mountain is skiing between Albany and New York City. That's Catskills. The mountains in the lower New York instead of the Adirondacks in northern New York.
Okay, I don't want to be taking my whole honeymoon driving. We're already doing a lot.
Of driving?
Yes.
I know. Well, that's okay. Maybe we'll just take a couple extra days.
We can't afford a couple extra days.
So, guys, I have these sitting here because I wanted to show you because it's super cool. But Wrist Mafia sent me some new stuff. And this isn't really an ad. I mean, this is an ad because they sponsor me and I'm talking about Wrist Mafia. So, technically, it's an ad. But realistically, I just wanted to show you guys the cool watches that they sent me. This one isn't even like a sponsored watch. I just won this. So like if you guys had a Wrist Mafia 2, you would have the chance to win this. This is $800. It's a Tisset 1853. And that's what it looks like. If I can get it's super cool. It's the mechanical kind that you wind up and the more you move, when you move with it on, it winds itself so you can see the time. But anyway, I wanted to show you that one because that one's super cool. And then they also sent me this guy, which I just saw an ad for a watch that kind of looked like this on Instagram today. But it's kind of more of the like classy looking one. So that's really cool. And then the last one they sent me is one of the coolest, or at least I like it a lot because I like these nice big heavy metal watches and the nice heavy bands. And there's still like a wrapping on it, so it's probably not going to look super clear. But this is the other one they sent me. Whoa. There. Yeah. So it's like a weird gold coppery type finish on it. But super cool. And I wanted to show you guys because I like watches and these are all new. And they also sent me another case to put watches in because I have so many now that I filled 2 entire cases and I'm running out of room for them. So shout out to Wrist Mafia if you guys are interested. Links in the description as usual. Feel free to check them out. But anyway, impromptu ad. I just wanted to show you guys. However, Peter White says Mighty Catskills. To be fair, Tito. I'm confused on what's all happening, but yes.
They're scared because I was yelling before.
They're scared because you're. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's because you weren't listening to me.
I listen.
Do we need to go back and replay what just happened?
I was just listening extra hard, and I told you what you said.
Yes, but if you don't know geography, don't open up your fucking mouth.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's my bad. Hey, as he said, those are some nice looking watches. I know, right? Like, they really hit it out of the park with this batch. Honestly, the last batch I had too were super cool. Honestly, they have a lot of cool watches. Niagara is still good to see the falls, although cold. Snowshoes, maybe, but Hunter Mountain isn't out of the way like the Adirondacks would be further north. But no more out of the way than Toronto. Okay. Yeah, it's not bad at all. A man's jewelry box. Yes, indeed, the man's jewelry box. Actually, my other box, my other watch box is one that my friend Zach got me, and it has a drawer that you can put like necklaces and other cool stuff in. So that's cool. And Hanging AZ says I want to go snowmobiling so bad. Have you ever been snowmobiling? Or is that like you saying you want to go because you want to try it? Snowmobiling is so fun. Yeah. Except super expensive. So it's super fun, but it's super expensive. You know, I mean, all my friends snowmobile. I used my dad's snowmobile for a long time. I've snowmobiled numerous times, and it's a lot of fun. The only difference is high entry price. You're talking a couple $1,000s, or if not $10,000 to $15,000 to buy a new snowmobile to enter. Then every time you go on a trip, because you can't really snowmobile much around your house unless you're living in like some place that has a uber amount of snow. So in Wisconsin, you usually want to drive an hour or two up north to get the real good snow. That's another like $600 every time you go up, because between food, fuel, and lodging, you're talking a lot of $600 worth at least. And then on top of all of that money, you have to have time to go up north, and you have to worry about the fact that under that snow where you're snowmobiling, there could totally just be a giant rock or stump or something that you completely obliterate your snowmobile. And needless to say, high risk, high reward. It's super fun, but expensive. That's why I ride motorcycles. A lot cheaper and safer. Or safer financially, I should say. Joe says I'm not scared. I'm just trying to help you since I go there every single year. Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, we definitely appreciate the heads up. We are prepared for it, or as prepared as we will be. I'll be putting new tires on my car. I've driven in some shit snow. I mean, absolutely horrible snow. I'm not saying I'm a great driver. Well, I mean, I am a great driver, but I'm not saying like that I drive through like 4 feet of snow on a daily basis. But I am saying that I'm very good at handling a car in snow, so that I'm not too worried about that. But we do appreciate you telling us. I trash washes. Hard for me to wear them. Yeah, I really only wear them when I'm going out wearing an outfit, want to look good, and match myself.
Ugly ass Apple Watch, so unattractive.
Yeah, it's just convenient. I have this because it's convenient.
Well, it's not convenient for me.
I wear my other watches when we do stuff.
When? Ever since you've gotten that, it's all you've worn.
Well, yeah, but we haven't done much since then.
I mean,
we haven't gone out. I wore a watch for our engagement pictures.
That doesn't count.
Katie says, or Hanging says he had never been snowmobiling. Yeah, so.
I've never been either.
Yeah, what I said. For the skiing, not out of your best. For the skiing, not out of your best to research either. Canandia.
Oh, just say Finger Lake.
Canandaigua. Wait, Canandaigua. Canandaigua, otherwise known as Finger Lake, or Hunter Mountain, which is Catskills. Those would be the best ideas. So,
I just want to know why their stupid website's lying to me.
Have done the ATVs, razors, jet skis, dirt bikes, and never the side. I've done the ATVs, razors, dirt bikes, never jet skied, but I have snowmobiled. Where I grew up, there were snowmobile races, and I are held at the racehorse track in town where the summer fair was. Yeah, we have snowmobile races around here too, I think. I've never been to one though. Well, like hiking in Arizona might fall in an old mine shaft. True. In big storms, some people would ride on the main roads, even in the middle of town on snowmobiles. That was times when even the cops didn't get on the roads. Oh, no, Sugar Kitty, for sure. I grew up in Denmark, which is a small town just south of Green Bay. And yeah, if it was snowing out, you just took your snowmobile on the road all the time. And I did ditch bang, is a term that it's called when you just take your snowmobile in the ditches. But what I'm saying is for the people who like a good trail ride, where they're riding like on the trails, kind of like you would with ATVs, that you kind of need to go up north with. But for around here, you totally ditch bang, ride on the road if there's a good snowstorm hitting, that kind of stuff. I did lots of that. I loved ditch banging. That was a lot of fun. But you got to watch out for culverts and rebar from the snowmobile plows, or for the snow plows, the markings. Everybody thinks they are great drivers. To be fair, Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so
But I
talk
am a
about
good
how-
one.
No, Holden is a psycho driver.
I'm a great driver.
This man is always in a rush. He can't just go with the flow of traffic.
And somehow I've never been in a crash.
That's a fat lie. You've been to a crash in a driveway.
With myself, I crashed my one car into my other car.
That's a crash.
And technically, it wasn't even my fault. That car was not supposed to be there. Someone moved it.
So, because you didn't look around you before you started backing up, it's someone else's fault.
Listen, it was hard to see. I had a rear window louver on in a 1988 Camaro. I wasn't even 16 yet. I was still
Maybe
15.
you should have been fucking behind the wheel without a parent then.
That's why I didn't leave the driveway.
That's still illegal.
I was no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
How is it not?
You can drive a vehicle on your own land.
I don't think it is.
It's illegal to drive on the road. A 2-year-old is allowed to drive a vehicle as long as he's on private property.
I don't think that's how it works.
It is how it works.
I'm like,
I'm 100% positive that's how it works. Is that how it works, guys?
What would be different in every state? Someone from Wisconsin.
I know for a fact that's how it works. Because why wouldn't you be able to do what you want on your own property? A cop.
So you can kill someone on your property and it's fine?
Yeah, if it's self-defense. A cop is not allowed to come onto your property to pull you over. A cop.
Social services can take their kids away for doing that shit.
Yeah, but it's not illegal. It's maybe frowned upon.
If social services can take it from you, then it's illegal.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my lord. I'm not letting you be with our children without a fucking supervised person.
Websites, not that they have anything to be biased about. See, yeah, that's what I said.
I know, but why just... No one would have cared if they just would have said, no, this fucking mountain isn't here. Go to here, which is nearby.
Well, that's why I said we gotta look at TikTok.
Then you look at TikTok. You do some planning for once. I'll let you plan this damn fucking trip. Or maybe you can plan the fucking wedding. I'll do the fucking whiskey shit. We'll see how the fucking roles reverse. We're gonna have a fucking hoedown, throwdown ass fucking wedding and a fucking motel stay and sleep in the fucking Walmart parking lot wedding fucking honeymoon. Is that what you fucking want?
My mouth. I was like, it looked funny.
Do you think you're funny?
Yeah.
You're not.
I guess you could still get a DUI in any vehicle. Well, okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You can get a DUI, but can you get a DUI on a horse?
Yes.
Can you though? Can you? You're not driving. You're riding.
You can get a DUI on a bike. You're not driving a bike. You're riding a bike.
Yeah, but a bike still needs to be driven.
A horse still needs to be.
No, a horse can do whatever it wants.
Yes,
a horse has a mind of its own. A bike doesn't.
Why don't you go down to the fucking police station and ask them?
I will. Gosh. You are not allowed to operate the vehicle without a license.
There.
Nah, I don't think that's true.
It's technically called an operator's license. You're operating.
It's called a driver's license. It says on the thing.
Yes,
driver's
but when
license.
you go, then it's like an operator's permit.
Yeah, if you have other licenses.
How many licenses do you have?
I have 2.
Exactly.
How many do you have?
2.
Oh, you have 1.
I have 2 because technically my pouring beer license is a license. I even have a little card and everything with my picture on it.
I have 3 then. Forklift certified.
Wow. Does yours have a picture on it?
Huh?
Does it have a picture on it?
No, but it has my
doesn't
name
count.
on it. It has my name on it. Yeah, that's right. I'm forklift certified.
Well, I'm also CPR certified, so suck my fucking cock.
We're talking about operating vehicles.
I have to operate.
Not operating a tap and pushing on someone's chest.
You know what? When someone goes down and I have to save their fucking life, and you're just fucking standing by freaking out, we're not gonna have this fucking
I won't be
conversation.
standing by. I'll be picking them up with the forklift and driving them to the hospital.
You're not funny.
Then why'd you laugh?
Because I'm trying to make you feel better, but you're not funny.
I think it was funny.
This wine really is giving me a snappy tongue.
Yeah. What are you doing,
What are you
John?
saying?
You got some more to go.
You got somewhere to go.
Hanging AZ says I never caused a crash, but I have had multiple people crash into me just a matter of time. I've had a deer crash into me, dove straight out of the ditch into the side of my vehicle. Yep. But he hit the tire and I had no damage, so that was good. Derek says everyone here rides their side by side everywhere they go. Don't see the fun in riding on the street. That's true. It's legal in a lot of places in Wisconsin to take your four-wheelers on the road. Hank Z says, as long as you didn't destroy city property with your car. I didn't. I destroyed my own property. Technically, all I needed was a new mirror. Sugar says, farm kids do it all the time. 8-year-olds drive the combine if you can. See?
But I don't think that like they're supposed to.
Boaters get nailed for operating drunk here all the time at the lakes.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm thinking.
Chateau Bow, for sure. Can we get a GoFundMe to send Lauren to law school?
I should have went to law school. I would have enjoyed that job so much. I like my job too.
Woo! Suck my effing dong. What dang? What the? I'm so confused. Why are we sucking your effing dong?
Because I told you to suck my dick.
Oh, yes. Yes, you did do that, didn't you? All right. We are an hour and 50 minutes. Good long one today. But I think it's time to wrap it up.
I felt better this week.
She did feel better this week. And next week's 4th of July, so make sure you guys are tuning in if you're not busy. I know you probably won't have as many people here because people might be doing stuff with their family, but my 4th of July party is on the 2nd. Or the 1st. It's on the 1st of July. So Lauren and I will be here. We have off of work, so we'll meet Bob and
so he's gonna have all day to piss me off to
have
prepare
all day
me
to smoke
for
a meal.
This live stream.
I'm gonna smoke something. Maybe I'll do ribs. What if I make ribs?
Yay! I'm so excited. We're not gonna be able to do anything all day because we can't leave the fucking house.
Maybe I won't. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Bourbon School's here. Man, you're just caught the last little bit of live stream. But thanks for being here. I appreciate that. And cheers to you. Make sure everyone hits the like button, by the way. Like the lick and like the like. Wait, lick the like and like the lick. Yes, that's Sugar Kitty would say. Please do that. Make sure you guys are subscribed as well. Joe says, oh, hell yes. Red, white, and blue seltzers. Hoo-ah. Absolutely. My friend crashed his crappy Toyota into his garage, drunken ninja. I've never done that. I might try to do the get-together on Monday, get kielbasa and brats to grill. That sounds like a great plan, Sugar Kitty.
Don't forget to boil your brats in beer.
You're trying to start a fight. Brats and the bears and the beers. Brats, the bears, and beers. Indeed. But too bad the bears still suck. Anyway, that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Also, everyone else who's streaming tonight, make sure you go check them out. Part of the TGIT crew. I know 21090 is usually on. I know that my Bourbon journey was going on. So Sugar Kitty posted his link in here earlier, which I'm not sure if that link is still up there. You guys can scroll up and find the link, or if someone wanted to repost it. My Bourbon journey is on. Make sure you go and say hi to him as well. But that being said, thank you all for being here. Sugar Kitty says, nope, no boiling. He refuses to. We're going to have to try to cook it out his way and see how it is.
I just don't really feel like it.
But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. We had fun. We drank some good whiskey. The new Woodford Batch Proof is fantastic, but not as good as the old one. My new OESQ is, I think, better than the OESV. But that is an overall rounding it together. Joe says, Holden, you need to set up membership. I heard any channel can do it now.
What's that mean?
Good to know. Thank you for letting me know. It's like a membership you can pay and get stickers, like custom stickers to your channel. So, like we can make some Lauren stickers, like Joe's suggesting, or Lauren emojis. I mean, that's a really good idea. So I'll look into that. But Scott's almost done. 21090 is on as well, though. So guys, hit the link and check out everyone else. But we'll see you all in the next class, and have a good night. That's a good one. Right off the rip.
For once, it's the first time you've given me anything good on the first try.
Okay, yeah, right. Cheers, everybody.